Hello, this is Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor, and this is the third in our series of media videos for the 2020 season, and we've got some great plays from this past weekend's action. Now, I want to follow up on our new whistle protocols, namely allowing our officials to use both a traditional whistle in conjunction with their new electronic whistle. We got some great feedback on that, especially from the coaches, so we're going to continue with that. And we're still going to encourage that our officials mask up at every opportunity they get. That is so critical in this new environment. So with that, let's get straight on into our plays. Now, our first play has a number of rules components that we're going to unpack as we walk through it. So the first thing you're going to see, the runner tries to lateral the ball to a teammate, the teammate muffs it, and the defense recovers it and returns it. Ultimately, they're tackled. But during the return, we have a foul for an illegal block below the waist, and we get a good announcement.
After change of possession, with an illegal block below the waist, defense. 15-yard penalty, first down. Previous play is under review.
So the first rule there is that anytime after a change of possession, neither team can block below the waist. But replay is going to look at this, and you're going to see the knee is actually down before the runner laterals the ball at the 32-yard line. So they're going to overturn this play. But we also see the clock at 29 seconds when the knee is down. So replay is going to reset the clock to there. And since we're under a minute, this is going to invoke our 10-second runoff. Now, the offense has timeouts left, so they can use a timeout to avoid the runoff. But here's the big point in the play. Because this is a personal foul, so any penalty for personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct, a 15-yard penalty, is still going to be enforced even if it occurs after replay overturns the call. If it's a 5 or 10-yard penalty, then those just become dead balls and they are not enforced. But here, this would be enforced at the end of the run, 15 yards, and if the offense uses their timeout, they're set up for an opportunity at the end of the half. Play 2, the offense is backed up in their own end zone, and we get a big hit right at the goal line. And the question is, do we have a safety here? So what the rule says is the entire ball must get out of the end zone or it is a safety. And that's kind of opposite. Going in, just the nose of the ball has to break the plane, and then it's a touchdown. But we get a ground level view here, and unfortunately you can't see the ball, but it looks like he probably got that ball out. I think the officials made a good call on the field. There's nothing replay can do because they can't see the ball. But I think we get a correct call here. But just as a reminder, the entire ball must be out or this is a safety. Play 3, we're going to talk about the player safety rule that allows the quarterback to ground the ball once he's outside the tackle box, as long as he throws it across the line of scrimmage. So we're snapping from the 39. No question that the quarterback gets outside the tackle box, and now he's going to throw the ball, and the question is, does it get back across the line of scrimmage? Now, the first point of note is he gets what we call line of scrimmage extended, so it's a virtual line on out of bounds. And so it can actually hit up in the stands as long as it's across the line. And there's some judgment here because the question is, would the ball have made it back to the line? So it could get knocked down by a player out of bounds, and then we've got to judge, would it have made it back? So I think as you see this pass, the quarterback's outside the tackle box, he throws it, and then players in the team area get involved. And I think this would have made it back to the 39. So in this case, there was no foul for intentional grounding. But just remember, the player gets sideline extended. Play 4, we're going to get a ruling on the field of a fumble. And then you're going to see the defense is going to scoop and score here. But replay is going to come back in and take a look at this. And we get a great end zone shot. And it's going to actually allow replay to overturn this to an incomplete pass. And so what they're looking for, and actually what the rule says, is any intentional forward movement of the hand with the ball firmly in control starts a forward pass. And so that's exactly what you see here. But one point of note, just so we're all clear, the rule no longer says hand or arm. It is only the hand that replay is taking a look at. Now, play 5, we're going to get a pass over the middle, and we're going to see a big hit by number 26 into the receiver, and we're going to get a call on the field of targeting. So now, as we know, every targeting foul is reviewed by replay, and replay has to confirm all aspects to uphold the disqualification. So as we walk through this, no question the receiver is defenseless. And then we look for an indicator, and you're going to see number 26 is going to lower his head, actually lead with his head with his eyes down. And so clearly an indicator. And finally, we can confirm forcible contact to the head or neck area of the defenseless player. So in this case, we can confirm the targeting, disqualify the player, and this is the type play absolutely that we want out of the game. Now, play 6 is an interesting pylon play, and the receiver is going to dive for the end zone. He's going to touch the pylon, and the ruling on the field is going to be touchdown. And as we go back and look at it, we're going to first look, we get a low end zone shot, and what we can see is the receiver touches the pylon, and two things happen the moment that that player touches the pylon. Number one, the ball is dead at that spot, and second, because he touched the pylon, not only does he get the goal line, but he gets what we call goal line extended. So if the ball crosses either in or outside the pylon, but it's beyond the goal when he touches it, it's a touchdown. But we're going to get a great shot right down the line. And what you're going to see from this shot is the moment that receiver touches the pylon, the ball is still short of the goal line. So this is not a touchdown. Replay is going to overturn this and actually put the ball just short of the goal line. So good job, replay. Play 7 is going to be a 2-play vignette, and we're going to talk about forward and backward passes. So this first play we're going to look at, clearly we have a backward pass, and you're going to see the line judge punching backwards, indicating that the crew on the field is ruling backward pass. And similarly, on this next play, you're going to see the line judge on a forward pass. He's going to punch forward. And again, that's the indicator of the ruling on the field. So that can help you know what the crew is actually ruling if you take a quick look at that line judge. Now, remember, the line judge in the first half is going to be on the line of scrimmage opposite the press box. In the second half, the line judge will be on the press box side on the line of scrimmage, but that is the official that will always rule forward or backward pass. And one final note, a pass is forward if the ball first strikes the ground, a player, or anything beyond the spot where the ball is released. Everything else is a backward pass. Why is that important? If you have a pass that is absolutely flat, then it is considered a backward pass and not a forward pass. Our last play this week is concerning extra points, and we got a lot of fan questions about why we did not have an extra point in this situation. So what you're seeing is the team that is behind, they score a touchdown on the last play of the game to make it 38-19. And so what the rule says that if a touchdown is scored on the last time down of the game, the try shall not be attempted unless the points would affect the outcome of the game. And so obviously you can score 1 or 2 points on a try, either the offense or defense, would not have an impact on this game. So we're not going to do the try. Now, there is one exception to this. So if the scoring team, after their touchdown, is ahead by 1 or 2 points, they have the option to forego the try. So a Hail Mary for a touchdown and the team is winning by 1 or 2. The defense could score 1 or 2, but the offense can elect to forego the try in that situation. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and I hope these plays are helpful, and we really appreciate your time involved in watching them. If you have any questions or you want certain plays highlighted, please continue to send us information. And best of luck. Stay safe and healthy this week.